Hello gamers, it's SoftKitty99 and today we're back in the Venthyr Covenant Order Hall, that's Sinful, to do Chapter 7 of the Venthyr Covenant Campaign. Confronting Sin. Thanks to the raid launched against Castle Nathria, we have obtained an opportunity. A soul, powerful and fused with dark purpose at the hands of the Master's experiments. Oh dear. Experimented on by the Master, that does not sound good. Given this soul is from Azeroth, the Accuser has asked for your assistance in untwining the corruption done to his sin stone. The Accuser awaits you in the lower levels of Sinful. Speak with the Accuser in Sinful. There's lots of people from Azeroth that seem to be around in this expansion, isn't there?
We might need some help.
Now, is this a good person or a bad person? Because if it's a nice person, I'd really want to help them. If it's a bad person, I'm not going to be happy about trying to rescue and save the soul of someone who I think is a bad guy or a bad girl or whatever. Right, so we're down to the lower level. We still have that trouble coming through that portal where we can't always see clearly, and we kind of have to angle the screen and hope we don't fall off the platform so we can see where we're going. There's the Accuser. The Prince said you might need my help. Let's try and get a screenshot with her before we start, just in case we forget to get one later.
Speak, I will listen.
Confronting Sin. I make no presumption that all mortals from Azeroth know each other. That's a good presumption to make, because we definitely don't. When confronting a challenging soul like this, however, it helps to offer even the faintest of familiarity. Right, so you're just hoping that someone from the same world might make them feel a little bit better. That's good. Someone worth saving. Are you familiar with Keal'thas Sunstrider? No. Yes, he's a very, very bad man, and I don't think we should save him. Are you familiar with Keal'thas Sunstrider? He was a powerful leader on your world for a time. Yes, and seeing me isn't going to be a good thing because we killed him, so I don't think that's a good plan. The immense anima of that lingering power attracted the Master's attention to the eternal detriment of Keal'thas' soul. The Accuser's lip curls in disgust. Every soul deserves a chance of redemption, Enheduanna. No. Not this one. I think this is a very, very bad idea. If you do not believe that, believe me when I say that this soul is immensely powerful and still at risk of self-destruction. Yeah, he did that while he was alive. He doesn't need to do it again while he's dead. Oh, release him so that we may walk his path of redemption together. No. Let's not do this. This is a bad plan. Release Keal'thas Sunstrider in Sinful. I don't suppose there's any chance that I can say no, is there?
Keal'thas Sunstrider is a danger to everyone.
Yes, he's a danger to everyone. That's why we shouldn't save him.
Confront your past, or be condemned by it. The maw is closer than you think.
Accuser, I do know this guy, and I killed him. So I don't think seeing me is going to do him any good at all. In fact, it's just going to make him worse. And he's the bad guy, and I don't want to save him. But I'm not given a choice, am I? If I want to finish my campaign story, I have to save Keal'thas Sunstrider, and I actually object to that. Because we've had these guys as bad guys in our stories, historically, and although it is supposed to be the afterlife, and everyone's supposed to get a second chance in the afterlife, that doesn't mean that we want the bad guys to get saved. And I'm being forced to save him against my will, and that actually makes me not particularly like the story at all. But we're going to have to release him anyway, aren't we? Because we can't finish the story if we don't. This is a bad idea. Release him. I know it's a bad idea. I get it's a bad idea. I do. The accuser insists. I've told her it's a bad idea, but she's making me do it anyway. Go on, let him out so we can fight him and get it over with. Maybe she'll listen to me next time I tell her it's a bad plan.
Out of my way.
See, told her it was a bad plan. Yep.
Impudent child. You
I
do
told
not
you.
give orders here. The very arrogance that doomed you in life.
Exactly. I told you he's not going to change. She didn't listen. I want this noted. She didn't
No
listen.
sacrifice without suffering.
It shall not be easy to redeem Keal'thas Sunstrider, and the outcome is far from guaranteed, but we must attempt it nonetheless. I told you this is a bad plan. It isn't going to work. We're going to end up doing what he wants instead.
We will be watching.
The many sins of Keal'thas Sunstrider. I am very aware of them. Keal'thas Sunstrider was on the verge of destruction when we rescued him from Castle Nathria. Should have left him. The Nathrias had infused Keal'thas with unimaginable amounts of anima, each bit carrying with it the sins of others. Oh dear, he's got more sins than his own sins. He had enough of his own to start with. It made his soul strong, but unstable, confused, and pushed to the edge of its own existence. So no different to when he was alive then. Oh, Keal'thas was a great bad guy. I don't want him to be redeemed. He's a good bad guy. I like good bad guys. Trust me when I tell you that Keal'thas Sunstrider has enough sins of his own. Yes, I'm well aware. Assist me in identifying which of the many sins heaped on his soul are truly his burden to bear. Probably most of them. Help the accuser identify the sins of Keal'thas Sunstrider. Ooh, a lore quest. Yay! Let's see how much we can get right. Begin.
Help me identify the true sins of Keal'thas Sunstrider.
Okay, let's see
What
how
character flaw most hindered Keal'thas? Jealousy? Arrogance? Or greed?
Jealousy, arrogance, or greed. Arrogance, of course.
Your arrogance swells within you, like so many other tyrants. When the Sunwell was destroyed, and Keal'thas was desperate to regain a magical connection for his people, who did he surrender his will to? The Lich King?
Nope.
The Old God?
Nope.
Or the Burning Legion?
Yep. The Burning Legion. Very pretty graphics like that.
Jaden exploited your arrogance, paranoia, and obsession to bend you to his will. I have felt the heaviest burden on Keal'thas Sunstrider's soul. How did Keal'thas fail his people? Did he abandon his people? Betray his people? Or corrupt his people?
Corrupt.
Keal'thas Sunstrider committed all of these sins against his own people.
Exactly.
You cannot judge me. I did what was needed to save my people.
You did what you wanted, and everyone else bore the consequences.
Exactly, that's why we took up and killed him.
Sunstrider, you failed your people.
Yes, he did. I was one of his people. He failed me.
Every soul can be redeemed, if it desires to be.
To be clear, we did not absolve Keal'thas Sunstrider of any of these sins. He might never be absolved of them. It must ultimately be his choice to change. But we did stabilise his soul, which means he will at least have the opportunity to make that choice. I just don't think he could change someone like Keal'thas, so I think that she's trying to save someone that isn't prepared to be saved. I mean, she's just admitted that you can't save someone unless they want to be, and I don't think he wants to be. I think he still wants revenge. And that is a big downfall to most bad guys, isn't it?
Every choice matters.
In the shadow of our failures, I will personally tend to the absolution of Keal'thas Sunstrider. His current state and trauma requires nothing short of perfect intervention and instruction to correct. So she's going to personally oversee Keal'thas. That's an interesting choice. She's still not listening to us, that we don't think this is a good plan, though. I would welcome your assistance in this. No thanks. I sense a bond between Keal'thas and yourself. I think your presence may help inspire him down a better path. No. I was one of his people and I ended up killing him. You really think I'll be a good influence on him? I don't think so. If you're willing, meet us at the Darkwall Tower. Well, I'm not willing, so can I say no? Prince Renathal suffered a great defeat there once. Perhaps a better fate will be found this time. Meet the Accuser and Keal'thas at Darkwall Tower. See, she's asking me if I'm willing, but she's not actually giving me a choice to be willing or not be willing. So it's kind of an arbitrary... Look, we're going to make it look like you've got a choice, but no, you don't have a choice. You have to come and do this if you want to finish your order.
Extract the excess anima from your soul, Keal'thas. I will take you to a place where we may expunge that anima in a productive manner.
Ooh, will expunging this anima make him less powerful? I'm all for making him less powerful. In fact, now I'm prepared to come and help you if it's going to make him less powerful. Definitely all for a less powerful Keal'thas, so let's go and do that then. So we need to fly to Darkwall Tower, so we need to go through our treacherous mirror that can always chance to make me fall off if I don't angle quite right and move. So always stop and angle the camera before you move, otherwise you can fall off, which is not fun. So let's fly over to Darkwall Tower. I will leave the flying clip in, but I will probably not make any commentary over it, so it's not too far to fly this time. So Charred Ramparts is the closest flight path.
Got a gig for ya. How's that back of yours?
Yes, I don't want to do the racing at the moment, thank you. What I do want to do is sneak through the hole in the wall and take the lift. Yeah, so there's the racing, look, the world quest. And then we just take the lift that's right here up to the top of Darkwall Tower, and that's where we should find the Accuser, where we're going to make Keal'thas a little less powerful.
This place is in shambles.
So are you. That is why we are here.
It's a shambles as much as the tower. I'm pleased you came. Let's begin. Yes, I'm very in favour of you being less powerful. Right, 2 quests. What do you think, Enheduana? Is Keal'thas Sunstrider worth saving? No. I don't think he's going to agree to help to change what he is or how he is, to be honest, so... Dredgers left behind. When Prince Renathal fled Darkwall Tower, he was forced to leave many people and belongings behind. The powerful relics and weapons were long ago carried off to the Master's lair, but the Prince's Dredgers were forced to stay and serve the Master's traitorous lackeys here instead. You will be a welcome sight to them, a sign that the Prince has not forgotten them. If they are willing to fight, help them escape, and I will ensure that they are brought safely to Sinfall. Quest objective, help 10 dredgers escape Darkwall Tower. Oh, that's a nice little quest. Let's save some guys. Learning to sacrifice. Keal'thas remains unstable, in his current state bursting at the seams with anima. He is also an arrogant, selfish moron. Told you. Thankfully, I have a lesson that can address both concerns. Well, that sounds good. True leaders sacrifice of themselves to empower those under their care. That's not his style. He's not going to like that idea. He's not going to like that. Many Stoneborn and Gargan, including the prince's own pet, were left dormant in Darkwall by the Master's forces. I think I see where this is going. Order Keal'thas to forfeit portions of the anima trapped inside of him to reanimate those dormant Stoneborn to aid us. Oh, he's not going to want to do that. Help Keal'thas reanimate the prince's pet, Vrednik, and other dormant Stoneborn in Darkwall Tower. Oh, this is going to be fun. This is so going to be fun. He's really not going to like this.
Watching. You must humble yourself to avoid extinction, Keal'thas. I will prepare the ritual while you prepare yourself.
Oh, and he's got a quest as well
If you
for
have
us.
something to say, then say it.
Use my strengths. Keal'thas looks around to make sure the Accuser is out of earshot. So it begins. The Accuser is so obsessed with my negative traits that she has failed to see my strengths. Okay, so what are your strengths, Keal'thas? Even in death, I am incredibly powerful. The Accuser herself said that Nathria infused me with anima to make me strong. Now, you were always powerful, that was not in dispute. Let us use that strength for good while I have it. Okay, so what do you think is good that we can do? This tower once belonged to the prince of this realm, correct? Yes. Let us find his usurper and gain vengeance. See, it's that word again, vengeance. Vengeance is not a good thing, Keal'thas. That's why you got into trouble the first time, because you wanted vengeance. Vengeance is a virtue I have always appreciated. See, the problem is that virtues are good things. Vengeance is not a virtue. Vengeance is actually a bad thing that often leads to people's downfalls. Help Keal'thas confront usurper Simona, the Venthyr noble appointed to rule over Darkwall Tower. Well, I do think it's a good idea to get rid of the usurper Simona, but vengeance is certainly not a virtue, Keal'thas. It's actually the thing that got you killed in the first place, and now you still want to stick up to vengeance, so he hasn't got the point yet. And I don't know if he can actually get the point, because he's so fixated on the vengeance thing. That's why I think we're wasting our time trying to save him, because I'm not sure that he can get it. In fact, I'm pretty sure he can't get it, so... Hey, we saved a dredger! 1 of 10 dredgers saved. Keal'thas actually does have a nice model right here, and I like the fact that his 3 floating orbs that used to be all fire are now the red of Venthyr. Wasn't expecting me to be so clean. Why wouldn't you expect me to be clean? Oh, dredgers like dirt, don't they?
These ones demand so much of my anima.
He's actually doing it. He's giving up his anima to save them. Quite surprising that he's voluntarily doing that without being forced. We've got a few more Stoneborn to help us then now. So we need to figure out where the rest of them are. So at the moment we just keep going around, saving the dredgers as we go, and hopefully we can find these other Stoneborn to save them. And then Simona's probably in the town itself, which is kind of about 180 degrees around from where we are now. So if we kind of head around the edge, save the dredgers, and we'll meet up with her eventually around the corner. Right, so that's another dredger, so that's 4 now. We're doing quite well. There's some more over here, look. Oh, that one's... Oh no, the dredger got killed before we got to that one. Oh, that's a shame. Well, we'll take out the guy that killed the poor little dredger. And then there's another dredger just off to our right with us here as well. Hey guys, you're a bit late to the fight there with the umbrella. Standing under the umbrella gives me a buff, so... They were a little bit bit late to do that fight, weren't they? Yes. Alright, let's get this dredger. That should make us 5, shouldn't it? Oh, I just released that guy, it didn't count. Still says 4. I should have gone up to 5. Oh, so not every one counts. Let's see if there's one that's fighting here counts then. Yes, the one that was fighting counts. And let's try the one that's cleaning after we take out this bad guy. So yeah, it seems that we've freed some captives that actually haven't counted towards our 10 that we're looking for. So we're on 5. Yeah, see, that doesn't count either. Interesting. That should be another one. Haven't seen any more of the Stoneborn to rescue yet.
Wasn't expecting you to be so clean.
No, so when we're clicking on them, they're starting to fight other people, but they're not counting when we first click on them. So I'm not quite sure what's exactly triggering the ones that do count towards the total. So is it once we've fought with them that they count? It's a little bit strange how that particular quest is counting, the Dredgers one. No, that guy's not a Dredger. Lucky the bunch. Oh, my umbrella's back. Right, so there's a cage down there. Shall we try and get to that? We're going to have to fight a few guys to get to that one, though. See if opening the cage counts. It'll take us a minute or two to get there, though, because there's quite a few guys between us and it. Let's take them out one at a time. Nice and steady. Anybody else in the way? No, I think we can. What we've got here then? We've got 3 of the puppy bears. And 1 Venthyr. Oh, the meteor was wonderful, wasn't it? That did a lot of damage to the little bear dog things. Right, so... Oh, it's not actually a locked cage. Let's get those guys out. See, so now they're running away, they still don't count towards our total, but if we fight this guy, or girl, and then now they count. So when we pick them up, they don't count, but once we help them fight, then they count. So that's how the Dredgers Left Behind quest works. You have to click them and then fight with them. and only after you've fought the Venthyr person and they've survived it doesn't count. So that's our 10 dredgers saved. So, right, where's the Stoneborn? So kind of just... no, that's the Dredgers quest. Yeah, right, so there's one just over there, and then the usurper. So they're near the tower then, by the looks of it. So if we head round this way, where it's fairly clear, I think that we're heading... oh yeah, there's the Stoneborn guy there, look. So we can probably miss one or two of these Venthyr. We'll definitely have to fight those two there, I think. And then we'll be able to get to the bear. Meteor. That's a very satisfying spell, that one. Very visually nice. Does quite a lot of damage. Very, very satisfying as a spell. Okay, Keal'thas, time to give up some more of your anima. See that bear over there? That's the guy that you have to save. Ah, it's the prince's pet.
I am to expend my anima on the prince's pet?
See, I knew he wasn't going to be happy with that. Right, can we get round this way? I don't think we can we? No, that's a great big drop off. So I think we have to climb the hill and go in to the tower that way. And then where are the messengers then? Are they inside the tower as well? They're either inside the tower or very close to it. No, we can't get in that way. That's just like a little alcove. Yes, so I think we have to go up the hill and then we can see if we can figure out where the messengers are. Are they inside the tower or at the opposite side, like the pet was at one side? Would they be at the other, maybe? Right, is there anybody that we need to fight? I think it was fairly clear here. I think we're doing quite well. Oh, there's gone one or two here near the entrance. The messengers might be inside the tower as well. Actually, I think it's pointing upwards. So I'm guessing Simona, the usurper, will be right in front of us and down on that big platform where we had the other quest earlier. Down that way. But it looks like the messengers are up. So can we get up this way? We can't get further up that way. I don't think there's any way up. That looks like it might be blocked over that side. It's got to be over this side where we get up somehow. Oh, look, there's a little door off to the side. Oh, we didn't need to go further up there because there's stairs. That's good. So hopefully they're up here because I don't see anywhere else to go. So this must be the right direction. So it says messengers plural, so are they the little guys that deliver the letters? Right, so where are we? Oh, another bad guy. Bad girl, sorry. Actually, it's funny because she's using the dagger, but she's thrusting forward with the dagger right above my head and off to the side, so it's nowhere near where my character is, so it just looks really strange. Oh, puppy bears. Oh, yeah, there's loads of messengers, look. Come on, Keal'thas, get these guys. No, these guys are really useful, actually.
My anima is wasted on such trifling beings.
There goes the arrogance again. Didn't she warn you about that? I'm sure she did. She did. She warned you about that. Right, let's go back down then and see if we can get this Simona. I mean, you did do all the things the usurper asked you to do, the accuser asked you to do, despite you not wanting to. So we will go and get the usurper for you, because I think that's a good plan to help the prince anyway. But maybe it'll put you in a better mood when we do that. More bad girls. So if I'm right, yes, there she is. Oh,
I'm out of range.
there's baddies everywhere, and they're nearly all girls as well. There seems to be a majority of girls rather than guys. So old Simona's got her girl squad.
Darkwall Tower belongs to me now.
Yeah, well, we're planning to take it back to the prince. So get in there, Keal'thas. This was your idea. So why am I doing all the fighting? You said this was what you could deal with quick because you're powerful. I don't think I should be stood in that red thing. Oh, it's following me. Oh, keep moving.
Call this a challenge? I shall burn your world to ashes.
No, you will show her mercy. Your enemy will live.
Mercy is a weakness. She will pay.
You are weakness. Your obsessive arrogance blinds you. In time, I will free you of it.
I think she's starting to see that this is a challenge with Keal'thas. Definitely not an easy job for the accuser if she really thinks she can sort him out. Oops. It's a little bit awkward to get back up there. Right, so is this ritual going to remove the rest of his anima, make him less powerful? I'm all for that idea.
No forgiveness without atonement.
Right, Dredgers left behind. I must admit, I did not expect the Dredgers to be quite so eager to fight for their own freedom. The prince inspires all of us, I suppose. It could just be that they wanted freedom.
Tend to your own Sinstone.
Learning to sacrifice. Keal'thas Sunstrider may be ready for the ritual of absolution now. I mean, he did do the sacrifices, but he wasn't happy about
The
it.
Maw is closer than you think.
Use my strengths. I do not expect Keal'thas to agree or even understand the value of mercy immediately. Absolution is a long, slow process. This was only the first step.
Change yourself, or I will.
We each must carry our own sins. The Master chained Keal'thas' sin stone to his soul via a dark, corruptive process that left Keal'thas scarred and overburdened. He bears the weight of not only his own sins, but the sins of countless other souls on his back. That would be a crushing burden for even the most noble of souls, which Keal'thas is not. Hey, she's figured it out. Let us hope your time with Keal'thas has prepared his soul for my ritual. I doubt it, but let's see what happens with the ritual, shall we? I must break that cursed burden by removing the foreign sins from his soul, or else we'll lose him forever. Complete the ritual of extraction on Keal'thas Sunstrider, and we will receive Keal'thas' Dark Sinstone Chain. Cosmetic, back item, binds when picked up, so that's the Sinstone he's carrying around as one of the cosmetics for the back. Begin the ritual of extraction.
This ritual will help you expel the excess anima trapped inside of you, Keal'thas. It will hurt, but no more than you deserve.
It will hurt, but no more than you deserve.
No, Keal'thas! Expel the anima!
No!
Yeah, I didn't think he wanted to.
It's power!
Yes, he wants to keep his
Impudent
power.
fool! That anima binds your sin stone! Release it, or I will throw you into the maw myself!
Yeah, she's had enough of him now as well.
Stand down! I will deal with this manifestation.
Oh, he did it, he did it. He actually did it. Wow, we didn't have to fight at all. Burdens of others.
Free!
Well, you're free of everybody else's burdens,
that
but not your
sin
own.
stone still belongs to you, Keal'thas Sunstrider. Tend to it.
That sounded a bit burdening then, didn't it? That. Tend to it. She's not happy. Right, so what does it say? Keal'thas Sunstrider, Lord of the Blood Elves, deserter, traitor, tyrant. In the wake of his people's devastation, Keal'thas Sunstrider abandoned the survivors in pursuit of vengeance. Instead of seeking a cure for his people, Keal'thas Sunstrider led them into corruption for the sake of power. Rather than rebuild his kingdom's legacy, Keal'thas Sunstrider bartered it to the Legion as a conduit for darkness. Pride, greed, wrath. To redeem this soul, all three must be expunged. So if the Accuser's definitely going to be working with Keal'thas, she's got a lot of work to do, and it's going to be very difficult for her. But if that's what she wants to do, well, we'll leave her to it. But Keal'thas now needs to tend to his sin stone and deal with his own sins rather than other people's.
Confront your past, or be condemned by it.
We each must carry our own sins. I cannot comfortably call this a success, but it is likely the best outcome we could have hoped for. Carrying one's sins is no small feat, yet it can be liberating. Take this chain if you wish to display your commitment to owning your own sins. Keal'thas needs it no longer. Is she sure he needs it no longer? I'm not sure about that, but it is a cosmetic item for us, and it's one of the back pieces for the Venthyr Covenant. One of the ones that people were most looking forward to, I think. There you go. Keal'thas's Dark Sinstone Chain.
Serve your purpose.
Continued care of Keal'thas. Keal'thas is free from the twisted corruption of the Master, but he is not truly free yet. He carries more than enough burdens from his own sins to condemn him to the maw. Yet she's trying to save him from the maw, yet even she thinks he should have been condemned there, so I'm not quite sure why she's still fighting for him. It's really weird, isn't it? We must be vigilant in encouraging and forcing him to atone for his mistakes. If he cannot right the many wrongs of his mortal life, he will be doomed forever. You are having a positive effect on him. I am? Really? I don't see it. Please accompany us down to the Chalice District for his next lesson. Quest objective: meet the Accuser and Keal'thas in the Chalice District. Right, so it's time to travel again. I think what we'll do is we'll travel to the new location.
This was but the first of countless sacrifices you must make to atone for your sins, Keal'thas.
Oh, she's dragging him off. Right, so I think we need to head in that kind of direction. Right, so we need to go down the lift. Right, so we'll head to the new location, and then I think we'll break this episode once we've found the new location, and we'll do the quests down there in the next episode. So we're looking for a lift off in this direction. Whoops, got stuck on the debris there. I was kind of hoping we wouldn't have to fight everybody. Oh, there's the lift. And it's not here, so we might have to go invisible here to because I wasn't sure how many people had followed me. And it would have been inconvenient to die while we're waiting for a lift. Yeah, so the quest marker's quite close by, so once we go down the lift I think we'll probably be there. And then we will do the rest of the quests in the next episode. Oh, that was really easy to find. Look, just go down the lift and we're right there.
Sacrifice without suffering.
We are ready to begin our next lesson. Hope you've enjoyed today's episode. Please don't forget to like, comment and subscribe. And I will see you in the next one. From SoftKitty99, goodbye and happy game!